When you hear the term book peddler, it often conjures up images of a familiar hard-working person, sitting in one spot, offering an array of books for all ages. However, this particular story about Jia takes us in a different direction. So, welcome to the world of Lin Jia, a book peddler who's been teleported to another dimension, because managing a bookstore in our world just wasn't challenging enough. This kind-hearted soul spends his days dishing out healing book recommendations to his emotionally wrecked customers, who then shower him with local goodies as if he's their literary savior. But don't let his humble demeanor fool you. This guy's slyly plugging his own novels on the side. Join us as we dive into the saga of a bookstore owner who's become the unofficial therapist of another world, all while building an underground fan base for his self-published masterpieces. Before we dive in, it would help me a lot if you leave a like and hit the sub button. Now, back into the video. As Lin Jia begrudgingly unlocks the door to his quaint bookstore on yet another dreary day, he mentally braces himself for the impending boredom, wondering if even the dust bunnies will bother to pay a visit. Little does he know, fate has a twisted sense of humor in store for him. Meanwhile, Ji Shushio, fresh from what can only be described as a thrilling bout of cat and mouse with her less-than-friendly acquaintances, finds herself in need of a hiding spot faster than you could say, plot twist. With the grace of a one-legged flamingo, Ji Shushio stumbles into Lin Jia's establishment, her suspicious glare matching the intensity of a detective on his last clue. But Lin Jia, ever the optimist, or maybe just desperate for some human interaction that doesn't involve fictional characters, welcomes her with open arms and a steaming cup of tea, ready to turn this rainy day rendezvous into a sitcom-worthy encounter. As the rain beats down outside like an overzealous drummer, Lin Jia and Ji Shushio dance the delicate tango of trust and suspicion, their banter more entertaining than the latest soap opera plotline. Who knew a chance encounter in a bookstore could lead to such potential for drama and intrigue? Ah, the classic case of mistaken identities and hidden agendas. Ji Shushio, our valiant hunter grappling with the perils of bloodlust, stumbles upon the holy grail of self-control techniques in the most unlikely of places, Lin Jia's humble bookstore. Meanwhile, our dear Lin Jia, completely oblivious to the supernatural soap opera unfolding before his very eyes, believes he's simply playing the role of a sympathetic shoulder to cry on for Ji Shushio, not realizing he's about to become the unwitting hero of a hunter revolution. But wait, there's more. Enter Frank Wilde, the enigmatic, destructive rank black magician who frequents Lin Jia's literary haven like it's his local coffee shop. While Lin Jia sees him as nothing more than a misunderstood bookworm in need of some good reads and a friendly chat, little does he know he's cozying up to a potential villain straight out of a fantasy novel. As Ji Shushio departs, armed with newfound knowledge and determination, Lin Jia remains blissfully unaware of the brewing storm of magic and mayhem swirling around him, content in his belief that he's simply running a cozy little bookstore for the misfits and lost souls of the world. Oh, the irony! Ah, the cosmic librarian himself, Lin Jia, unwittingly stepping into a literary labyrinth of his own making, transmigrating from Earth to the mystical realm of Azir after a questionable ritual involving all the books he could get his hands on. Lin Jia sets up shop in the bustling northern city, blissfully unaware of the magical mayhem he's about to unleash. Little does Lin Jia know that the tomes lining his shelves are not your average bedtime stories. They're powerful, mystical artifacts capable of bending reality itself. Talk about a page-turner. Enter Wilde, the black magician with a penchant for forbidden knowledge and a subscription to the occult section of Lin Jia's library. Mistaking our unwitting protagonist for a scholarly recluse with more dark secrets than a haunted mansion, Wilde cautiously borrows one of Lin Jia's own authored works on rites and ceremonies, hoping to unlock the secrets of the universe without inadvertently summoning a horde of angry spirits. While Lin Jia innocently aims to guide Wilde through the wondrous world of knowledge and community, Wilde is convinced that there's a hidden price lurking behind Lin Jia's seemingly boundless generosity. Will Lin Jia lead Wilde down the path of enlightenment? Or will Wilde uncover the dark truth behind the cosmic librarian's intentions? Only time will tell in this magical tale of books, bungled rituals, and unlikely alliances. The tangled web of magical artifacts, retired knights, and bookstore drama thickens. Lin Jia, our unsuspecting purveyor of literature and unwitting participant in the grand cosmic chess game, finds himself the proud owner of a gargoyle sculpture, courtesy of the enigmatic Wild. Little does he know, this seemingly innocent gift packs more magical punch than a wand-waving wizard at Hogwarts. As Wild disappears into the shadows like a mysterious figure in a noir novel, Lin Jia is left to ponder the true nature of his newfound treasure, blissfully unaware of the whispers from the ether, hinting at a bargain struck in realms beyond his comprehension. Talk about a plot twist. Meanwhile, Joseph, the retired Radiant Knight with a demon sword and a penchant for poking his nose where it doesn't belong, catches wind of Wild's visit to Lin Jia's humble abode. Smelling trouble like a bloodhound on the scent, Joseph sets off on his own investigation, ready to face down the Ash Chamber of Commerce and their druid cronies if it means getting to the bottom of this magical mystery. But wait, there's more. Enter Ji Shuxiu, leader of the White Wolves and bearer of her own set of troubles, including betrayal, bloodshed, and a pesky magic ovum mirror causing chaos in Norzen City. As she battles her way through a bloodied chapel in pursuit of the mirror's thief, Harris, she finds herself drawn back to the haven of Lin Jia's bookstore, seeking solace and guidance in the midst of the storm. And just when Lin Jia thought his day couldn't get any stranger, in walks Ji Shuxiu, accompanied by her trusty sidekick Ruin, seeking further assistance and undoubtedly bringing a whole new level of excitement to his already eventful day. The joys of running a bookstore in a world filled with magic, mayhem, and mysterious customers. The plot thickens like a well-aged stew. Ji Shuxiu, still reeling from her failed revenge escapade, turns to the ever-comforting Lin Jia for solace and advice. Little does our dear bookstore owner know, he's about to get tangled up in a web of deception and supernatural shenanigans that even the most seasoned of storytellers would struggle to untangle. As Lin Jia, ever the beacon of empathy, offers his heartfelt words of wisdom to Ji Shuxiu, his loyal subordinate Ruin lurks in the shadows, nursing a grudge against our unsuspecting protagonist. But before Ruin can unleash his nefarious plans, fate intervenes in the form of a stone gargoyle come to life, putting a swift end to his treachery faster than you could say abracadabra. Returning to the scene of the crime, Lin Jia is met with the shaken form of Ji Shuxiu, who, in a moment of desperation, spins a tale of urgent matters and disappearing subordinates to shield him from the truth. Little does she know, her lies only serve to deepen the mystery surrounding the bookstore and its unwitting owner. But wait, there's more! In a stroke of literary genius, Ji Shuxiu, shaken to her very core by the supernatural events unfolding before her eyes, seeks solace in the pages of yet another of Lin Jia's mystical tomes, unknowingly unlocking hidden powers within her soul. Talk about a plot twist. And just when Lin Jia thought his day couldn't get any stranger, in walks the unfriendly stranger named Joseph, demanding answers about the stone gargoyle and earning himself the title of uncle in the process, much to his chagrin. The joys of running a bookstore in a world where reality is more twisted than a pretzel. The tangled threads of suspicion and camaraderie weave their intricate dance yet again in the heart of Lin Jia's bookstore. Joseph, the former great Radiant Knight turned amateur detective, finds himself knee-deep in a mystery that would make Sherlock Holmes proud. Believing Lin Jia to be an innocent bystander in the grand scheme of magical machinations, Joseph is puzzled by the appearance of the powerful stone gargoyle left behind by the elusive Wild. As he cautiously navigates the bookstore, Joseph can't help but be drawn in by Lin Jia's friendly demeanor despite his initial suspicions. But just when Joseph starts to let his guard down, his fraught history with Wild comes bubbling to the surface like a forgotten potion in a cauldron. Despite the tension, Lin Jia, ever the gracious host, offers Joseph a children's book in a misguided attempt to ease the tension, only to watch in confusion as Joseph collapses from the resonating pain linked to his cursed sword, Candela. As Lin Jia rushes to aid Joseph, he can't help but notice the mechanical arm protruding from his companion's sleeve, sparking suspicions of a military background. Meanwhile, Greg, ever the vigilant observer in feline form, panics at the sight of Joseph's collapse, suspecting foul play from our unsuspecting protagonist. Transforming back into his human form, Greg is determined to relay the alarming events to the secret Right Tower, unaware of the true intentions at play. But as Joseph awakens from a hallucinatory trap set by a mysterious book, he finds himself face to face with Lin Jia, who innocently tends to his needs, blissfully unaware of the chaos unfolding around them. As Joseph extends his thanks to Lin Jia, little do they know that the stage is set for a showdown of magical proportions, with secrets and lies lurking in the shadows like ghosts in the night. Ah, the drama of it all. Ah, the stormy skies of fate continue to brew over Lin Jia's world, weaving together the threads of friendship, guidance, and ancient mysteries. In the midst of a torrential rainstorm, our humble bookstore owner finds himself lending a helping hand to his neighbor Cullen, wrestling with a stubborn circuit breaker issue. But just as Lin Jia prepares to dive into the task at hand, a mysterious black silhouette emerges from the shadows, guiding him to a neighboring store with a silent urgency that speaks volumes. Through this enigmatic encounter, Lin Jia realizes the willingness of the silhouette to aid him, accepting its assistance with a grateful heart as they navigate the stormy seas of uncertainty together. Meanwhile, in a display of gratitude for Lin Jia's guidance, Wilde presents him with a handmade dream catcher, imbued with the mystical significance of Native American folklore. Touched by the thoughtful gift, Lin Jia accepts it with open arms, embracing the blessings and protection it offers against the tides of darkness that threaten to invade his dreams. As the battle between light and shadow rages on, Ji Shuxiu, empowered by Mr. Lin's guidance, undergoes a transformation into a powerful beast to confront her foes. With the support of her ally Uri, she engages in a fierce struggle against the formidable Harris and his magician allies. But as danger looms on the horizon in the form of Uri's deadly putrefying sun spell, Ji Shuxiu is forced to retreat, her life hanging in the balance. Meanwhile, as Lin Jia drifts into the realm of dreams under the watchful gaze of his new talisman, he finds himself wandering through a snowy landscape where a mysterious silver-haired woman awaits him, hinting at a connection to the unfolding events that goes deeper than he could have ever imagined. Ah, the mysteries of the universe are indeed vast and unfathomable, but with each passing moment, Lin Jia inches closer to unlocking the secrets that lie hidden within. In the ethereal realm of dreams, Lin Jia finds himself face to face with Silver, a solitary figure in a world of beauty and isolation. Recognizing the dreamlike nature of their encounter, Lin Jia extends a hand of friendship to Silver, offering her companionship to ease her long-standing loneliness. Touched by his gesture, Silver agrees and the two engage in heartfelt conversation amidst the surreal landscape. As a token of their newfound bond, Lin Jia gifts Silver a book from his memory, a tangible connection to the waking world he inhabits. In return, Silver offers Lin Jia fruits and nectar from her dream world, a gesture of gratitude and reciprocity that transcends the boundaries of reality. Despite the dream's ephemeral nature, their encounter blossoms into a meaningful connection, bringing solace to Silver's solitary existence. In a symbolic exchange, Lin Jia selects a golden fruit from the tree as his parting gift from Silver, savoring its ordinary taste as he prepares to awaken from the dream. With a sense of longing, he bids farewell to Silver, who expresses a wish to meet again in future dreams, leaving Lin Jia with a bittersweet ache in his heart as he returns to the waking world. Though separated by the veil of sleep, Lin Jia carries the memory of his encounter with Silver, a reminder of the profound connections that can be forged in the most unexpected of places. And as he drifts back into consciousness, he holds onto the hope of meeting Silver once more in the realms of dreams yet to come.